Okay, today I'm going to show you how to cut back an ornamental grass in the spring. And as you can see, I've left these two Miscanthus up over the winter for winter interest. And I've tied them so that they don't, come apart. You can see with these big ropes here, I've tied them so they don't come apart and then, strands of grass blow all over the place. And also it gives them kind of a look like a haystack, which I think is pretty neat. But all you'll need for this project, and I'm going to walk over here and show you, it's pretty simple. So you got everything right there. So first of all, you'll need a set of knee pads because you'll have to get down pretty low to do what I'm going to show you. You'll also need twine and scissors to cut the twine. And you can see here that I've already cut 3 strands of twine about 5 feet long each, and then your cutting tool here. So what I'm going to do now is put the camera down, and then I'm going to go over and I'm going to actually tie off this strand of grass here. This is what I'm going to be taking down and showing you today. And then I'll come back and then show you the finished product. Okay, and as you can see here, I've got the 3 strands of twine here, which will hold it together once I cut it. And I also left that big thick rope on here at the bottom, as you can see right here, just to give me more leverage on this, just to keep it together. But I will take that rope off because I'm going to save that for next year, and I'll tie it up again in the fall going into the winter so that again it stays together over the winter. So now I'm going to go over, get my tool, and I'm just going to start cutting down here. I'm going to cut down to about 4 inches, maybe 3 inches. And that will take about probably about 10 minutes to get through there. And I'll come back and show you what it looks like after I'm done. And what you do here is you just start cutting strand by strand. Just get in there. And it's a slow process. Like I said, it takes about 10 minutes to get through here. But you just keep going in. You can keep going in deeper and deeper, and then you start going around on the side and come in from each different direction, and eventually it will fall. But the key is keeping these ropes on here to keep it together. If not, you'll have grass all over the place. Okay, and here we have the finished product. So you can see the stump that's left. I cut it down to about 3 inches. You really can cut it down to as close to the ground as you want to. I find that 3 inches like that is plenty because what will happen is, all of those stems are now dead. And when the new growth comes up through there, those stems will just, fall away and then disintegrate. And then over here is the stalk that I cut down. I'm going to take this decorative rope off, but I'm going to leave the other 3 strands of twine on there, and then just place that out at the curbside. And in my area, which is really nice, the trash company will pick these up for recycling if you have them bound by natural twine. And that's why I've tied these up with natural twine. So that's it. That's how you trim, or that's how I should say I trim a ornamental grass in the springtime. I leave them up over the winter for winter interest. And then in the spring here, in the March time frame, you cut them back to about 3 inches, above grade. And then luckily for me, and probably for you too, if you check with the company that does the pickups in your area, I'm sure they probably have something very similar. At least here, they allow you to tie up ornamental grasses like this, or corn stalks, and even twigs. If you have like some branches and something that have fallen down, you can tie them up with natural twine and place them out at the curbside, and then they take them for recycling or composting, whatever they do with them. So that's it. I hope you got something out of this video. If you happen to like it, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe to this channel. Thank you.